my first step was to get to heaven for real. I believed in all the Catholic religion and all that shit. And my life sucked so bad at that point. Like, this was when I was like maybe 8, 9, and 10. That me and my friend Matt, my first best friend Matt, we were both altar boys. We're like, we're going to heaven.
Yeah, Matt, we gotta get out of here.
We were just like, we're going to heaven.
Yeah.
And then,
we're going soon, bro. We're out of here.
Yeah, once my priest asked us if we wanted to go get ice cream. And we were like, fuck yeah, let's go get some ice. We were like, hell yeah. We didn't really know the priests molest kids.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker was throwing game at us.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Was he handsome, or what did he look like?
He was bald, Typical.
What does it say about a religion? That the more Catholic or Christian you become, the more perverted you are. These people, these priests, the Catholic Church, Christians, they study the Bible. They're very devout to their religion. They staunchly follow their religion. What does it say that as they're reading through the Bible, they're following all the rituals of the Catholic Church? They're Christian. That they then begin to molest innocent children. This has been going on. The priests have been molesting children for centuries upon centuries. It's only recently come out because some people have been courageous enough to speak up against the Catholic Church. You're saying, oh, well, they're Catholics, they're not Christian. According to who? The Catholics would say that you're a deviant, and you call them a deviant. The Catholic Church has been around for a long time, at least for 1,500 years. Because I know many of you listening to this, you may be a Protestant. Just a little message to you. Protestant Christianity emerged around 400 to 500 years ago. Some Christians, some Catholics could no longer bear the dictates of the church. So they broke away from it and created their own religion. That's what Protestant Christianity is, reinterpreting everything. In fact, if you understand Christianity, and many people don't, Christianity is always about reinterpreting the past. Let me say that again. Christianity is about reinterpreting the past. That's what it's about. All of these groups that talk about prophecies, they're just reinterpreting the past. They're just self-servingly interpreting biblical verses. And when you do that, you get all of these Christian denominations. And understand here, this is also an important point, that the Bible has only been recently translated. This is a fact. For centuries, in fact, since the beginning of Christianity, until about, let's say, 400 years ago, Christians did not have access to the Bible. They didn't even know what they were following. They had to blindly follow the church. They had to blindly follow the church. The church, the Pope would tell you what you need to believe. And the Catholic Church, stay with me, the Catholic Church, they wanted to bring every man, woman, and child under the authority of the Pope. That's what this religion of Christianity is about. Converting every man, woman, and child to Christianity. That's what this religion is about. And although Christians can't agree on anything, and they don't, one of the very few things, rare things that they agree on is to try to make everyone a Christian. Now, what does it mean to be a Christian? They don't know. No one knows. It's basically acknowledging Jesus as your Lord. That's what it means to believing that a certain Jewish man is God. I mean, this belief obviously goes against everything that we know to be true. It goes against our human nature, and that's one of these significant problems of Christianity. Its main beliefs, its pillars of beliefs go against intellect, go against everything we know to be sensible. It goes against human nature. It really does. There is no difference than saying a tree is God from saying a man is God. People worship idols and statues. They do that in India. And Christianity is about going through the church, going through a priest, going through baby Jesus, going through Mary. Is this not an earthly church? Is this not a manufactured, man-made religion? Of course it is. There's nothing celestial about it. You're going through human beings. You're going through paintings. You're going through people. And at the end of the road is another man, Jesus. So at what point are you worshiping quote-unquote God? You're not. In fact, Christianity is not about God. It's about Jewish history. It's about the man. It's about the man Jesus. And Christians cannot wrap their heads around this. They need to be told that they are worshiping a man. Their God had to be born. He ate, he slept, he talked to people. He looked like a human being. Do you know why? Because he was a human being. He did not conquer death. But of course, in the Christian mind, they are in a state of delusion. They believe that Jesus conquered death, and yet he's not walking around. I'm telling you, this religion, if you truly take it in, you will go mad. You will go mad. And people need to wake up. People need to wake up. They're only ruining their own lives. You cannot defend this religion in any way. Anyway, Eddie was almost molested by a priest. They need to be held accountable for what they're doing to these innocent children. But instead, the Catholic Church, Christians, that's what they are. They just reshuffle all of these priests, deacons, cardinals, take them from one location and put them in another. They don't hold anyone accountable. Eddie goes on to say that he now believes in a creator. And the reason why I point this out is because I made a video about this. Because in one instance, he says everything came about by chance, that this whole creation is random. There's no order to it. There's no purpose behind it. He says specifically there is no creator. And then a month later in a different podcast, in this one here in fact, he says that I firmly believe in a creator. And I reference all this, by the way. I'm not taking anything out of context. Okay, you need to listen to that video. And I find it strange why he makes such a contradictory statement. He says, I do not believe in a creator, and then all of a sudden he says, I do believe in a creator. It's very strange. He needs to be pressed on this. And this is why some people are dubious about taking information from Eddie, because how can you make a statement like this? Is he just trolling the public? Is he just entertaining the public? How can he be taken as a credible intellectual source when you make such a contradictory statement? It's like saying the sun is hot, and then the next day you say it's cold. Listen, if you had a change of heart, at least say so and explain yourself.
There's no consequences for anything you do, and because when you die, you just turn into dirt, and that's it, and it's just over. If you really believe that, then
you live a certain way.
You're dangerous. You're dangerous, and we don't need that. You need to know that I firmly believe that there's a creator.
There's something going on.
There's a creator going on. And I believe that the Roman Catholic Church was created because it was a way to discredit the creator. Because everybody, it's in your instincts to believe that there's a creator and a God, and there's no way to shake that from the masses. The masses feel that there's a creator and there's a God. So instead of battling that, the smart thing for an emperor to do is like, yeah, we got the God right here, we got the God,
right.
And then dress it up all stupid and shit, so that you're either gonna fall for it, a God that they created, like Jesus, but they're like, put all this extra bullshit on him, so that either you believe it and you buy it, and if you do, we're gonna use you to conquer other countries because we're gonna use the God for it that we created, our God, our version of it. Or if you don't believe it because it's so stupid on purpose, then you're gonna come to the science and where we have that shit covered too. So we got both ends, and it causes division, which is great. Divide and conquer is a beautiful thing. So I believe if there was a gun to my head, I would say, and they say, tell me what you believe right now based on your life experience. I would say Jesus was a real person, and he was a super enlightened, smart motherfucker, and he was powerful in his teachings. And because if he didn't exist, the Jews would say he didn't exist.
So he says here Jesus was super enlightened and a powerful individual. What is he basing that on? I'm being serious here, guys. What is he basing that on? How does he know he was super enlightened and powerful? We don't even have his writings. We don't have his writings. We don't have his book. The Bible was written after Jesus. Let me say that again. The Bible was written after Jesus. When you say he's super enlightened and powerful, how do you know that? What are you basing that on? You're not basing that on anything except what you're told about him. In other words, you're putting your faith in another human being, not in what he taught, not in what he left behind. Anyway, I personally appreciate that Eddie has an open mind to religion and that he clearly sees the contradictions and the incoherence and the inconsistencies in the unnatural nature of Christian beliefs. To say that a man is God, that human beings are corrupt spiritually, morally, and intellectually, these things do not make sense. They oppose reason, they oppose goodness, they render man less than animals. This is the religion of Christianity. I provide research for everything that I say, guys, and I'm gonna make a video about that. Christianity does not value the dignity of a human being. It says that human beings are filth, that we cannot be accepted in any way by a celestial force, that our nature is filth, that we as human beings, that we are corrupt in every way. Look at the view that it has of humanity. It has a dark and morbid view of humanity. Stay with me, subscribe to this channel.